Okay, today on The Gorging Gamer, we're going to be doing Blamco's Mac and Cheese from the Fallout games, from about Fallout 3 to Fallout 4. And what you want to do is you want to take your pot of mac and you want to boil it in the water for about 8 minutes. Okay, then you want to take about 4 tablespoons of butter, put it in a bowl, add your drained pasta to that. Don't worry, the heat of the pasta will be more than enough to make the butter melt. Add your powdered cheese, whatever the fuck, and you want to stir this. Oh, and don't forget to add about a quarter cup of milk. And honestly, everybody knows how to make this fucking mac and cheese. So that's basically how you make your basic Blamco mac and cheese. But because I don't live in a post-apocalyptic nuclear wasteland, how about we make a real mac and cheese? Alright, first thing we want to do is on a heat that is slightly below medium, we want to cook up about a pound of bacon that I've chopped into about half-inch pieces. If you want them a little smaller, cut them a little smaller. You want them a little larger, cut them a little larger. And you want to stir this, fairly frequently so, you don't stick on the bottom. And just basically cook this till it's done. When the bacon is done, make sure you drain it, and we'll be ready for the next step. Oh, and one important thing I forgot to mention, season your bacon. Again, you don't really have to add much salt. You can add a little, but bacon is pretty salty on its own. But, give it about 10 turns of the old pepper mill. Everything is better with abundant, fresh, cracked pepper. Okay, your bacon is done and drained. By the way, you should probably start a pot of boiling salted water for your macaroni. And you want to cook that about a minute less than package directions. I always take a minute off because once you've drained your pasta, it's had that extra minute to cook. So basically, you want to take about 3 tablespoons of butter, melt that down, and you want to take about 3 tablespoons of flour. And of course, we're making a roux. And you want to stir this pretty frequently. Again, roux can burn like crazy. And you want to add milk to taste and your desired consistency. If you want a thicker sauce, then add less milk. If you want a little bit of the thinner sauce, add more milk. And of course, we season our roux. You do want to add a little bit of salt to this, but again, remember, your butter should be salted. I don't get people that buy unsalted fucking butter. And you want to add the milk, give that a chance to heat up. And again, I want this sauce a little bit thinner. Well, actually, it turns out to be a little bit thicker, but I want a nice thick sauce for my mac and cheese. Again, if you want it a little bit thinner, just keep adding more milk till you get your desired consistency. And then you want to add about 3 cups of shredded cheddar cheese, salt and pepper, of course. And you want to stir this around till it's done. Now, yes, I will address the elephant in the room. Yes, I use pre-shredded cheese, and that has... Oh, God, what the fuck is the additive? It's something to keep it from sticking together, but, fucking sue me. And then you want to add about 2 teaspoons of chili powder and about a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, just for a little bit of heat. Just a little bit of heat in there. And then, again, just keep adding milk till you get your consistency. Add a little bit at a time, because remember... Once it's in there, it's fucking in there. So, again, just keep stirring till you get your desired consistency. And after a while, you should have something like that. That's about the consistency I'm going for. Again, if you want it a little thicker, just keep adding that milk. And then you want to add your cooked bacon, your pound of macaroni, and basically just stir this till everything is well incorporated. And you want to make sure you have a good strong arm because, son of a bitch, this is tough. I added just a touch of olive oil to help everything kind of incorporate. But it is a fairly, it's a fairly thick cheese sauce. So just stir that around and we should be good to go. Okay, and then you just want to get a bowl and serve it on up. This is optional. I like to serve my mac and cheese with a little bit of hot sauce on top of it. That's purely personal. You can serve it with whatever you like. And I do got to tell you, this was absolutely delicious. I not only ate this bowl, but I went back for a second one. So, that is Blamco Mac and Cheese from Fallout.